yogis. Hi, Barbara. I just found this little dachshund. He doesn't know very much about the heat, so he's sitting there like, oh, it's so hot, it's so hot, and yet he's standing right in the sun instead of in a little shady, under a little shady spot. You find him outside like melting on the porch. Poor little thing. He's such a worm. Yes. Hi, Johnny. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good. So as you gather, if you like, can you just say hello to me? I'm feeling a little lonely, so it's always nice to get a little heart or a little hi. We're here. Check in. It's very nice for me to get on this side of the camera. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day for a little movement, a little chair yoga. Let's see what we have going on here. Let's get this rolling. There we go. Nice. Victoria and Anne, nice to see you all. Perfect. Good. Beautiful. So today, hi Carl. Today we have a nice movable practice. Open us up, stretch us, get the energy going for the day, for the weekend. I'm going to say it a few times, but on Monday there is no chair yoga. Monday, no chair yoga. I'm picking my mom up. She's flying back and she's coming into Dutchess Airport, so I'm going to be going to pick her up. I just purchased a little mini convertible, so I can barely fit her suitcase in it. It's so small, but hopefully we'll have the top down and our masks on, because she's going into 14-day quarantine when she gets here, because she's coming from Florida. But it'll all be a new adventure and a new giggle. We're trying to just keep it lighthearted, and I know, oh my God, I know we're gonna cry when we see each other, because it's been a long time, and just with the COVID, it's been hard to imagine. I mean, she's been alone, completely alone for all these months, and it's been difficult. I try and call her, boy, at least twice a day, and at dinner time I put her on FaceTime so she can watch when I'm cooking or not cooking, and so I've really worked hard to try and keep her spirits high. So I'm just really excited to get her back into New York and out of Florida. So that's what I know. So Monday, no chair yoga class, okay? Wednesday, Zoom. Friday, chair yoga. All right, let's do this. So I am in a chair. You can be in bed, of course, especially if that's where you need to be, right? If you can't get out of bed, we stay in bed. This is a practice of moving whatever way you can, right? So small movement, mental movement, mental shifts. Hi, baby. So important. You can also do this from the couch. You can also do this on the floor. You can do it on the couch. You can do it on the floor, whatever feels right to you. But allow yourself to move and allow yourself to also drop into a space of joy, of love, kindness, right? All of that, so important. My monkey mind has been going a little bit this week, or maybe a little bit the 2 weeks. So I love some reading, and of course I'm gonna ruin it, but it just said when you're moving into darkness, move into light, right? Make that conscious effort to move into light, and then double it up. So I'm not in darkness, but just my mind had so many thoughts, and kind of I could feel them creeping in, and thoughts that weren't different reality as well. So coming back to truth and looking at things from a different standpoint by calming myself, sitting in meditation more. And it appropriately, Johnny sent me a wonderful recording, which just came at, again, another wonderful time. Music, just grounding yourself, chanting. These are all my practices that instead of letting that mind and the thoughts go wild, I just dove in a little deeper, right? A little more work, right? You got to add that time into your day, but so worth it. And what comes out on the other side is just so much, so many gifts, right? And a little bit more connection to yourself. So we're such lucky people. Let me see if I can drop this down. Good. So today, again, find your seat, and again, that means wherever you are. And just let yourself relax into your practice. Let yourself settle, let yourself quiet for a moment. And maybe just notice the sounds outside of you, right? Around you. Notice what they are. And then notice maybe the texture or the sensation of the temperature on your skin. Right? I have a fan going, so I can really softly feel that fan blowing across my skin. And then just observe any thoughts that you're having, right? The ones that are keeping you in that monkey mind, right? Thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future, lists of things to do. See if you can begin to let them go, let them slip away, right? Give yourself this time, this peaceful time to be present for yourself, for others. And let that monkey mind, maybe full of negativity or other emotions, anxiousness, let it go. Let the shoulders melt down the back of the body, and you might notice you sit a little bit taller here. And then let the facial muscles, that armor that we put on, let them relax. Sometimes we don't even know that we're gripping eyebrows, eyelids. Let them relax. Cheeks, lips, tongue, jaw. Let it all create a space of release by bringing awareness and then asking for a breath or just that space of let go. And then today, bring one hand down onto your belly and one hand onto your heart center. Sit a little bit taller here. And then just feel the hand that's on your belly. For me, it's my right hand. And just feel the breath filling up. Just fill up that belly and let it kind of cup into that hand. And then feel the breath as it releases back down. And again, feel the breath as it fills up that bottom hand, that cupping of the hand as the belly fills. And then that releasing underneath that hand. And again, fill up just the belly. I mean, obviously other things fill up as well. Good. Babies breathe into your belly. They breathe into their belly more so than any other part, right? The belly just expands, releases. You can watch a baby as they sleep. You can watch that belly and all of that beautiful movement. One more breath into the belly, into your palm. Beautiful, and then feel the palm again getting full, but let this breath continue up. So bring it into your wrist, but then up into that other palm that's resting right there on that beautiful heart space. And then let it begin to travel back down from the heart to the ribs to the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs up into the heart center, and let those palms kind of really connect to your body. And then exhale. exhale as you release back down. And again, belly, ribs up into that palm, that heart center. And exhale, back down. And you can keep your hands here, or you might place them onto your thighs and just continue with the breath. Just feel the belly, the ribs, the heart center. Whatever your rhythm is, the release, the heart center, the ribs, the belly. Find that breath. Taking that breath slow and even, focusing the mind, that monkey mind, down into the beautiful breath. Again, if those hands are still there, there's this softness, there's this cupping, there's this supporting of self, of breath. Beautiful. And then bring these palms together at your heart center. Sitting a little taller, laying a little taller, whatever it is for you. Bow that head down to your heart, yeah? Moving into that loving space, right? And when we're in our heads, when we're monkey minding around the world, it's very difficult to be in a space of love and kindness all the time, or to yourself. And today, as we begin our practice, we're going to start by chanting Om Shanti 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 Om, the peace chant. So as we lift our heads, take a nice inhale, and that soft exhale out through the mouth. And coming together, inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a nice inhale. From here, we're going to take these hands, bring them down onto the tops of the knees, right? Or the thighs, anywhere. Just a nice little cupping. You can bring the feet hip distance apart. And then from here, we're going to start with the feet. We're going to kind of lift the heels and roll up onto the balls of the feet. Yeah? And then I just want you to take and send that heart forward a little bit. Shoulders melt down the back of the body. And just pause there. Notice how it feels. And then slowly heels come down. And we're going to sit back and round into our backs a little bit. Tuck the chin, breathe into the shoulder blades. And then come back through, lifting the heart, rolling to the balls of the feet. Shoulders melt away. And then heels come down. Tuck the tail, tuck the chin, breathing in. Good. Nice and slow as we inhale. Lift the heart, roll to the balls of the feet. Beautiful. Exhale as we round. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail. And again, take that time. Inhale, lift, roll to the balls of the feet. And exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Good. Now from here, we're going to inhale. Lift the arms, roll to the balls of the feet. So you're a little bit into that chair pose, but there's some nice activity into the legs. And then exhale, bring the heels down, arms come down, lift the chest. Beautiful. So inhale, roll to the balls of the feet. Spine is long here, roll. And then exhale, arms come down, heart lifts like a Shalambhasana, right? Good. And again, inhale, lift the arms, roll to the balls of the feet. And exhale, heels come down, and that heart opens, Shalambhasana. One more time like that. Inhale, arms come up, we're rolling to the balls of the feet, inner thighs lifting. And this time, exhale, heels come down, arms are down alongside you. Yeah, just feel a nice bit of movement right off in the feet, in the spine, and the shoulders. We're going to take again, bring the hands down onto the thighs, and we're going to lift this right heel off the earth, and we're going to make some nice circles there. So I like keeping the ball of the foot on the earth and making these nice circles of the ankle, starting there. Maybe there's a little movement of the knee as well, but really try and focus. There's a nice massage of the toes, that lift And again, we're not collapsing. Switch direction. Other way. 2. And 1. Heel comes down. We're going to take this right foot, we're going to extend it along the leg as well. And I want you to kind of make a ball of that foot. Kind of crunch it up. Notice how that feels, right? Take a breath. Stay with it. And then slowly just release the foot and almost kind of see if you can spread the toes a little bit. Less of a flexion and just really kind of focusing, getting those toes moving. And then again, you're going to kind of crunch up those toes. Beautiful. And then open them back up. Good. And again, crunching up the toes. Get that mental space around it. And then spread the toes, open up. Beautiful. And then from here, you're going to keep that leg long, right? That right leg long. Hands can always be onto the chair to support if you need that. And we're going to take and point that foot, right? So point the toe. See if you can lift that quad muscle in and up and stay open into the heart. Good. Now from here, we're going to flex the foot so the toes go up towards the sky. And then we're going to point. Good. So 2 more. We're going to flex and point. Lift the quad, lift the pelvic floor. 1 more. Flex and point. Really nice. Now, from here, keep that right leg out in front. Bring that foot, if you can, a little bit back into that flexion. And we're going to take this left hand and we're going to bring it to the inside of the leg. But first, we're going to walk that left foot out a little bit. So, hand is going to come to the inside of that knee. And we're going to lift tall and begin to take a little bit of a twist here. So we're actually kind of pushing that knee out a little bit and we're twisting towards the right. Shoulders open, heart lifts. Take your breath. Beautiful. Take another breath. Love it. Now from here, we're going to take and bring this the opposite. So that left hand's going to come to the hip. This right hand's going to come to the thigh, maybe the inside a little bit. And we're going to just slowly take a twist the other direction. So it's not big. It's not that full seated twist that we do sometimes, which we will do later. It's a little bit more of just opening up that heart, feeling that right palm into that inner thigh. Good. 1 more breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back through. And we're going to bring this foot, this left foot back in and this right foot back in. Just sit tall here. Hands onto the knees. We're going to just take 2 rounds of cow and cat. Lifting into that cow if you like. Maybe lift the heels as well. Rounding into that cat. Heels can come down. And again, inhale, roll to the balls of the feet, lift the heart, tail reaches behind you. And exhale, heels come down, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Beautiful, coming back, nice neutral spine. Coming to the left side, we're going to roll to the ball of that left foot, lifting the heel, getting some nice energy, not collapsing into the back and core. And then we're going to begin to make some nice circles. 1 direction. Yeah, notice how it feels. Yeah, get some nice massage and stay connected. Good. And then other direction. Yeah. Good. Perfect. And then from here, that heel is going to come down. And we're going to take that leg and we're going to extend it long. So left leg long. So if you're in the chair, you might need to shimmy a little bit more forward, but don't stress it if you want to stay back into your chair. And then here come those kind of like making a fist of the foot. So kind of squeeze the feet together, right? Just notice how that feels. At first, it feels like you might even get a cramp in the foot. And then release and spread the toes as much as possible. Good. And then again, squeeze the toes. Funny sensations. And then spread, opening up the toes. Good. 1 more like that. Squeeze the toes. And then spread, opening up. Really nice. Now, From here, we're gonna take this left leg and we're just gonna point it. So we're getting a nice stretch there. Really reaching through the front of the leg. Feel that nice energy. One more. Beautiful. And then from here, we're gonna take and bring that foot into a flexion, gentle. And we're gonna take this right foot and we're just gonna open it out a little bit, like knee, open it out a little bit to the side. And then to start, we're gonna take this right hand to the inside of that thigh and we're kind of pushing thigh into the hand and hand into the thigh. And we're gonna slowly just begin to take a small twist the direction of that extended leg, that left side. And just notice shoulders melt down, pelvic floor lifts in and up, and heart opens. Taking 2 more breaths here, just nice energy. Leg one direction, torso the other. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slow, we're coming back through to center, and that left hand's just gonna come to the inside of that left leg or somewhere, and we're gonna just take this the other way. So that right hand finds the waist, stay a little flexed into that left leg, and just open out, nice twist the other direction. Heart opens. Take your breath. 2 more, breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful, and then slowly coming back through to center. We're gonna slide that extended leg back in and heel toe the opposite back in. So we're back into that nice seated mountain pose, sitting tall, shoulders down away from the ears. And from here, we're gonna take these arms and we're gonna take them out to a T, right? So as we start with that, just feel a nice slight tuck of the tail under, so we're not rounding into the back. Right now, we're lengthening. And then I want you to bring both hands, whichever one on top is fine, onto your heart center. And then just bow your head in. Feel some nice energy up the back of the neck. But feel the breath. And just feel the goodness in your heart. This beautiful Friday as we lead into the weekend. Good. One more breath. And then as you begin to lift your head, you're going to take these hands and you're going to kind of separate them slowly, opening up that heart, and then take these arms back out to a T. And just feel that space, and then allow the chest to lift a little bit as you just open up. Take another breath. Beautiful. And then take these arms slow up above your head. And then from here, hook those thumbs, take a breath, inhale. And then over to the right. Again, it doesn't need to be big as you exhale. I'd rather see length. I'd rather know that your pelvic floor is drawing in and up. And head can be wherever it feels sweet to you. Good. One more breath here. And come back through center, slow movement. Unhook the thumbs and then take it the other side. And as you do, breathe into that right edge of your body. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then coming back up, reaching for the sky. Palms come together and bring that love, all of that energy into your heart space, right? Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to take these arms, bring them down alongside your body. Sit tall, and we're going to begin to make some circles into that right shoulder. One direction should feel good, and relax the shoulder, relax the neck. You know, you can always get a little bit of movement. Good. And then send it the other way. Beautiful. 1 more. Love it. And then from here, we're going to take this right arm, we're going to reach it up to the sky. So get that nice reach and lengthen through the right side of your body. Taking this hand across to the outside of the left knee, and that left hand finds the hip. So we're going to take that classic seated twist. Navel draws in and up, and then begin to twist through the waist, the ribs, the shoulders, and then let the gaze follow. And breathing in and out here. And again. One more breath. And then slowly coming back through to center. Hands can be onto the knees to start. We're going to take 2 rounds of cow and cat. Inhaling to cow. Maybe those feet, the heels lift. Exhale to cat. Breathe into it. Should feel good after sitting tall. Again, inhale, lift the heels, open up that heart. Exhale, tuck the tails, heels of feet come down. Beautiful, shoulders stacked over the hips, yeah? And then from here, that left arm is down alongside your body. We're gonna make some nice circles, one direction. And again, let the head get involved by soft movements. And then switch, heading the other way. Nice. Perfect. Good. And then from here, we're going to take this arm, reach it up to the sky. So as you do, let that left sit bone ground, let that right arm reach, but not the shoulder, right? It's not this, there's space. Good. And then take this left arm across to the outside of that right knee. Right hand finds the waist. We're going to grow long, maybe capturing an inhale, and then begin to take a twist into the belly, chest, shoulders, gaze over that shoulder, but soft. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking a few breaths here, tapping back into that kindness, not letting that monkey mind go wild. Beautiful. And then slowly coming back through to center, hands are onto the knees. 2 more rounds of cow and cat, lots of that today. Inhaling, maybe the balls of the maybe roll the balls of the feet. Exhaling, heels come down, tuck the chin. 2 more. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heels. And exhale, rounding, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Beautiful, coming back up. Nice and long seat. So, from here, we're going to take that right knee, we're going to open it up to the side. Now, this left leg, it can open up to the side, right? It can begin to explore moving a little bit into a warrior 2. But I want you to be really careful with the hips, careful with the knees. So if it doesn't look like this, right? It can look like this. It can look like this, like a 90 degree. Make it about you exploring the shape, making it nice and safe, honoring your hips. And my chair feels a little wobbly, so honoring balance too. I'm going to place my right hand onto the top of my right thigh. This left hand's going to start onto my hip. I want you to lengthen and then maybe just lean over a little bit. So as we move into a little bit of a side stretch, now if it feels all right, take this top arm, reach it up and over. Yeah, there's that nice stretch. Energy from that extended leg up into the fingertips. 1 more breath. Really nice. And then we're going to move slowly. This top arm, it's going to bring that, we're going to bring that palm down onto that thigh. And this front hand, it can stay down or it can begin to lift up softly, right? And we're leaning back over that left shoulder. Yeah, so it can look like this. You might take it deeper. Ooh, that's a big stretch though. So be, mindful of why you're doing something. You can have this hand down and keep yourself safe. 1 more breath. Reversing this warrior. Perfect. Beautiful. And then slowly coming out of it. Coming out, I find more difficult than getting into it. So just take your time. Good. Bringing the knees a little bit more back together, just exploring how that feels into your left hip, right? Did I overdo it? Or can you feel some nice warmth and energy that's being opened up there? And then we're going to come to the other side. So first we're going to take that left knee, kind of open it up, trying to keep the knee and toes in a line. And then we're going to take this back leg. So again, it might stay here a little bit more 90 and 90. It might open up. You might find you begin to shift and roll that hip. I find this harder in the chair than I do standing. So just take what's right for you, please. Yeah, so as we do this, I just want you to feel nice openness, especially in this top hip. We're going to place that front hand onto the thigh. That back hand can start onto the waist, bending in, leaning long for a moment, right? Staying there if that's enough. Maybe that top arm sweeps up and over. Yeah, maybe it goes a little deeper. Maybe the forearm comes down. Again, so many options. Try not to be so forceful with it all, but connect to what your body's telling you. It's where it's okay to go. Relax the mind. Beautiful. Now from here we're going to move. So this top arm, if you lifted it, it's going to slide to that back thigh. This front arm can come to the waist, and we kind of lean over that back shoulder, or sweep the arm up and over. Reverse warrior. Either way is good. I just don't want you leaning into the lower back. I want you to be reaching into that front hip, over that back shoulder. Yeah, so here or here. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slowly we come back up. And as I said, for me, coming out of it is more intense than getting myself set up for it. We're going to take and bring ourselves into this goddess, right? So knees turn out, toes and knees in the same direction, right? To protect these beautiful knees. We're going to sit nice and tall, shoulders melt down away from the ears. And then from here, we're going to slowly take these arms, reach them up to the sky. Good. We're going to hook the thumbs again here. Get a little bit extra length. So kind of that hook helps you reach longer. And then separate that. Come into a little bit of that goddess arm, or you might even come into the beach ball arm, whatever feels right to you. Zip up the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, and lift those heels. That fabulous full goddess pose. And then slowly bring the heels down, arms reach to the sky. And we're going to do that again. So as we kind of move into that cactus arm, or maybe you move a little bit more into the beach ball arm, roll to the balls of the feet, lift the pelvic floor. Love it. Heels come down, arms reach long again. One more, just like that. Taking these arms, cactus or beach ball, rolling to the balls of the feet, heart opens. Beautiful. Arms reach back up to the sky, heels come down, and this time bring the palms down into your heart center and just bow back in to that loving kindness, that space within you. Breathing in, breathing out. And beautiful. Slide the hands down to your knees, and we're going to heel toe these feet underneath you. Whew. So one more little bit here. I want us to take and sit tall. We're going to revisit the twists by taking these arms first out to the T and then taking them up to the sky. We're going to take that right hand across to that left knee, and this left hand, it can slide to the waist or palm out, slide it into your lower back. Or you might, if you want a little bit more kind of, I don't know, I find it twists you deeper, you can always slide your hand onto the chair. Grow long, and again, belly button draws in, the ribs begin to move, the chest, then the shoulders, then the gaze. Open it up. Good. One more breath. Perfect. Now, from here, we often do this, that back hand, reach it up to the sky, and then reach it over. A little bit of that side stretch here. Belly button draws in and up to support this movement. Love it. Good. Beautiful. And then from here, lift the belly in and up as we move. Both arms reach up to the sky. Take a breath. Inhale. And then that left hand comes across, finding that right knee. And this right hand either slides to the hip or palm out, slides into the lower back, or you might hook onto your chair possibly. Grow long, navel draws in, ribs, chest, shoulder, heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay with the breath. One more breath. And then that back hand begins to sweep up to the sky, and then lift the belly in and up as you take it over. So it's not a side, it's a little bit of an angle, right? And just explore that shape. Taking your breath. One more. Beautiful. Lift the belly button in and up. Both arms come up to the sky. And then from here, we're going to revisit that T, right? So the heart opens again. Lift the chest a little bit. And then this time, the palms are going to come and face down, but they're going to then turn towards each other. And I want you to take again that sort of Shalambhasana back. So there's lifting of the heart. And if it feels good and playful and okay, lift the heels. It takes it a little deeper, so be mindful about lifting the heels. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then let the arms just come down alongside you, both arms down, and just pause. So as we sit here in this mountain pose or Tadasana, there's a slight tuck of the tail, lift of the belly, right? That structure, shoulders reaching to be over the hips, knees over ankles, and just feel that sense of pride as you just pause here. Maybe the eyes soften and close. And just notice how you feel. You should feel good. You should feel positive about yourself, showing up here today for yourself, for me, and each other, right? Should feel good. Beautiful. And then release. Now here's that option. You might stay in your chair, or you might come up to standing with me. So we're going to play with all of those shapes again, but standing. So you can do a lot of that in the chair or in your bed by just kind of thinking about the movements that we just did prior and incorporating them, okay? Right. So as we come up to standing, I'm going to shift my chair. I always say this, the most important thing, you want to come up? You're so funny. Is to stay safe, right? So I just like to make sure that this chair does not slip out from under you or me. So I just take that moment. Good girl. So as we stand behind the chair, we're just going to start finding that Tadasana. And as you all know, I really love posture, right? And I think it makes us feel good when we kind of open up into our stance and really feel connected to it. So just take in, again, you can do this in your chair as well, but just kind of shift the weight a little bit between the feet, right? Let the toes relax. Ankles are under knees, knees are under hips, right? And remember, we're not kind of leaning into this, stressing that lower back to stand with our shoulders rolled. We've got these hips, we're bringing them underneath us, right? And then as we do that, we can feel the inner thighs lifting, the waist lengthening, and then the shoulders melting away from the ears. Feel your breath here. And just stand in all of this goodness, right? This space of goodness that's you. And taking a few more breaths here. Just feel this Tadasana, this mountain pose. Let that monkey mind go and just be present for yourself. Beautiful. Love it. Good. Now, from here, hands are going to come back to the chair. Yeah? And we're going to take this right foot and we're going to step it back. Left knee is going to bend. Now, that heel of that right foot is on the earth, and we're going to open the toes a little bit. This is that warrior two, right? That back hand can be on the waist, and I want you to take and just kind of tuck the tail under a little bit, and lengthen the spine. Really nice. You've got this. And then slowly just take a nice inhale and an exhale. Now here's some options. This right palm can come on to your heart center. If it feels okay, left palm can come on, and you can always keep that hand down. So that's the version I'm gonna do. And just feel, tap into that space of love, of kindness. Tap into that space that is inside you always. Feel the legs working, I know. Good. And then slowly from here, we're gonna open up, just like we did seated. You're either using 2 arms or 1 arm like me. Gaze is gonna go over the chair. Palm's gonna turn down, right? So it's either this or this. Beautiful. Now, from here, that back arm can stay long or slide into your waist. We're gonna come into that nice side angle stretch. So again, like this or like this. Pretty big. Lift the belly in and up. Take your breath. 1 more. Doesn't need to be deep. Just keep connection. Feel good. And then slowly coming back up. This back hand can come to the waist or the thigh. And then we're gonna just lean back on a side angle, kind of shoulders stack over each other, keeping that front hand on the chair for balance, or sliding it to the waist. If you're feeling really courageous and big and strong, maybe you lift that front arm, but I'm gonna keep mine down. Take another breath. Beautiful. 1 more breath, should feel good. Nice reverse warrior. We did it in our seat. And then coming out of it, we're gonna take this front leg long, right? So extending it long. That back hand revisits the waist. And then we're gonna reach into a little triangle here. Make sure you keep lifting a little bit that pubic bone to navel, but lengthening the tail so that you're not kind of sticking your bum out behind you. And then just feel a nice stretch inner thigh and this hip. You can always take that arm up to the sky and breathe. This other hand can always come down. Just keeps getting deeper and deeper. It's up to you. Good. 1 more breath wherever you are. Love it. And then from here, slowly bend that front knee, come back up. We're gonna step forward. Take your time. Maybe it's 1 big step, 1 big step, or lots of little steps. And then lift your heart into that Shalabhasana. So hands maybe on the chair, 1 hand down alongside, whatever it is for you. Beautiful. And then come back, nice neutral spine. And we're gonna shift. I'm gonna shift so you can see it from the other side. Good. These dogs aren't spoiled or anything. So as we stand tall, we're gonna take that left leg and we're gonna step it back. The heel comes down onto the earth, the toes open up, and that left knee bends, so it's over the ankles, right? It's that warrior 2 setup. Yeah, just pause there, just feel that. Slight tuck of the tail and lengthening through the waist, shoulders down, right? And then from here, we're gonna take this back hand, place it onto your heart center, yeah? And maybe it's up to you, that front hand as well. Maybe you bow your head a little bit, just dropping into that space here as we find that softness and that love and kindness of who we are, but also we have this strength of this Virabhadrasana to warrior 2. 1 more breath here. And then slowly from here, we're gonna unravel it a little bit so that back arm begins to reach long, that heart begins to open up, gaze over the chair. And if you like, you can always lift that front arm, right? Doesn't have to come up, so I'm gonna do with a hand down. Take another breath. And then from here, we're gonna come into that side angle. So start by taking that back hand, bringing it to the waist, lengthen into that nice side stretch, feeling that right about here into the hips and ribs. Good, and then if you like, you can always take that arm up and over, right? Just notice what's right for you, don't overdo. And take another breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to come out of this slow, please, strong, connected. And this back hand is going to either find that thigh. Yeah, let's have it find the thigh. And then we're going to just lean back a little bit, but over the shoulders. So the shoulders move together. We're not leaning into the lower back. We're leaning back to the side. Yeah, this front hand, if you want to take it off the chair, you can bring it to the hip or reach it up and over. It's pretty big, so make sure you're lifting the core. Or for me, I'm going to keep that hand down. Beautiful. One more breath. Love it. And then slowly as we come out of this, we're going to lengthen that front leg. So it's a nice little kind of flow of a movement. That back hand finds the hip, right? Tuck the tail a little bit. And then reach over, coming into this nice side stretch of Trikonasana, triangle pose, right? Hand can stay on the hip, or you might take it up. Open the heart. All these different options. Hands might come down to the chair, it takes it deeper. You might bring it down to your leg, that's the full pose. I'm going to come back up, bring the hand to the hip. One more breath. Watch your neck, don't stress it. Beautiful, and then slowly bending that front knee. Good. Now this time, we're gonna take the front toes and we're gonna turn them in, right? So we're standing nice and long. Keeping one hand on the chair, or if you're comfortable, you can always take both hands off, right? We're gonna return the toes out a little bit, moving into that goddess pose that I love. So just starting, hand on the chair. We're going to just bend the knees to just make sure we have that nice alignment. We're trying not to have them roll in and stress the knees, but knees and toes same direction. Yeah, and then re-extend the legs. And then here's that option. You might take and lift that one arm up, and if you feel like confident enough and strong enough and balanced enough today, you can always play with taking the other one off. Beautiful, and then we're just gonna sit into that goddess. Good, so I'm gonna keep my hand down and we're gonna reach long. Good, two more, goddess, and long. One more, goddess, and long. Beautiful, now from here, just bring the hands down. We're gonna take and roll ourselves back. So just kind of play coming back to a lunge. Yeah, get the hips back. Now this time, instead of stepping forward, we're gonna step back to that downward dog. So just stepping both feet back. And remember, if it feels too much into your lower back, just bring the forearms down to the chair, right? And come a little closer. Same thing, if it feels too much in the shoulders, step in a little bit. If you want to come into that sort of full pose, arms reach out. If you want to put another chair in front of you as you're seated and reach the arms, you can find the same shape as well. So many different versions. Just think about lengthening the spine, opening up the back of the body, letting the head go. Good. Take a few more breaths. One more breath wherever you are. Beautiful, and then the gaze goes forward and you slowly make your way back up to standing if you are standing, right? And then just shake it out. Shake it out a little bit, rock the hips, maybe reach the arms, whatever it is, just whatever your body needs in this standing shape, right? Shake it out, shake it out. Now, I need my chair, Missy. So we're gonna all come back to our chairs. This little dog is just such a snuggle bean, I can't even tell you, right? I'm gonna place her here. Yeah, just sit down, good girl. So as we come back to our chair, again, just find that mountain pose. We're just gonna take those classic hip stretches of the seated pigeon that we always do. So starting with the right, again, you can keep the foot on the earth or you can lift it up, interlace the hands around. I do want you to sit tall for a moment, just kind of pausing, Leg draws in, heart opens. Kind of nice little stretch there of the front of the body, the back of the body. And then from here, if you like, cross that left ankle over that left knee. Sorry, left ankle over that right knee, or right ankle over ankle. So many options, right? You can also take a chair in front of you and place that foot onto a chair, especially if your knees are bothering you. Nice little way to get that stretch. Sitting tall and just breathing and just taking a pause. Really nothing to do but let go. Let that hip go. Let that heart open. Just relax the muscles. And then if you like, you can take a breath and inhale, taking you long. And then maybe you come into it a little bit more, but not forceful, slow. You can always go deeper, right? But slowly. And just maybe a little love onto that thigh as you kind of encourage a little external rotation. So you kind of encourage that space to release. Nothing pushy, especially with these hips, right? Take another breath. So nice. Perfect. Good. Now from here, we're going to come back up. Keep the leg, either the foot over the knee or ankle over an ankle. And we're going to sit tall. And we're going to take this right hand. We're just going to lift it up, right? And we're going to just play a little bit. So we're going to take the thumb to the pointer finger and just pause there. And I'd like you to close your eyes and just listen. So the thumb to the pointer finger or index finger. And now bring the thumb, keep your eyes closed, to the middle finger. And then bring your thumb to the ring finger. And then bring your thumb to the pinky finger. And now bring the thumb back to the ring finger. And bring the thumb to the middle finger. And bring the thumb to the pointer finger. And then keep the pointer finger and thumb and just turn that palm up a little bit. And just feel a nice moment here, your practice, the connection. Dropping in. Beautiful. And then slowly let that hand come down. And then take your time, because we were there for a while, to uncross the ankle or uncross the foot from the knee and bring it down onto the earth and give it a little shake. Nice. Good. And then we're going to come to the other side. So first, starting by drawing this left knee into the chest, giving it a hug, sitting tall. Just notice as you sit tall, should feel good in the back. And if you're laying in bed, same thing, should just be about kind of lengthening the spine. And then from here, that ankle crosses over the knee, and then you just begin to open it up. Sitting tall here, just pause, right? We're kind of quieting down this practice. We're also getting a fabulous stretch into the hip. So again, ankle over knee or ankle over ankle, up to you. Take a few breaths here into that space of gratitude, of love. Beautiful. And then from here, maybe you take it a little bit deeper after kind of relax the muscles of the hip of the mind. And then maybe you come a little bit deeper. It's up to you. And then maybe a little love on that thigh, just kind of encouraging some external rotation, some openness. Just notice how that feels. You might even go a little deeper, but none of it forced. And again, just take your breath here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly bringing yourself back up, taking your time. And then from here, just pausing. We're going to take this right hand and we're just going to open up that palm. We're going to bring that thumb and pointer or index finger together and just pause, turning that palm up. Maybe closing your eyes just to listen to my words. Beautiful. And then from here, take that thumb and bring it to your middle finger. Take a breath. And take that thumb and bring it to your ring finger. And take that thumb and bring it to your pinky finger. Beautiful. And then bring it to your ring finger, your middle finger, and your pointer finger, index finger, and just pause there. And just let this palm turn up, maybe move it a little closer to your body, up to you, sit a little taller, and just feel this magic of your practice. Two more breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bring that hand down. And then we're going to just unravel. Slow. That leg was there for a while. Bring it down. And just give it a nice little rock. Good. So don't look at my legs. They're wider because of this dog. So keep your nice alignment. Whatever's right. And then from here, just sit tall. Or I'm going to slide back into my chair. You might even slide a block into your lower back to support it a little bit more if you haven't already, these little tricks. And then just pause. You might even move from your chair and go lay down. And just let yourself drop in. Let yourself go. Just let yourself soften. And I offer that option of just bringing the pointer finger, index finger together with the thumb on each hand, and maybe you just rest the backs of those hands down onto the chair, onto your thighs. Heart opens. And just a light touch, just keeping us focused here. Just keeping us in our breath and just looking for about a minute. So just allow yourself to be in stillness. Stay with it. I know it's hard, but let's let it happen. See what's on the other side. Stay with the practice. Just a few more seconds of it. Beautiful. And then just slowly bringing the palms together at your heart center, sitting a little taller here. And just feel that pride in yourself as you have self-care, taking that love of your body, of your movement, of your practice, of yoga. Bow your head to your heart, just honoring yourself. And then take an inhale as you lift your head. Exhale out through the mouth. And coming together again for Om Shanti 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 Om. Inhaling. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Inhale. Beautiful yogis, thank you so much. And as we bow to the light that lives in me and lives in you. Take it out into the world. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for practicing with me. Remember, no chair yoga on Monday, but you can always come to my page. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to pin a class. A chair yoga class will be on my page Monday morning for you to take. So before I drive to the airport, I'm going to make that happen. So it'll be there. So you should still practice. All right. Namaste. Thank you, yogis.